Okay, so hey there guys. So today's video is going to be yet another chit chat get ready with me. I think I kind of want to make this a makeup and chill Fridays video where I just do my makeup and chill with you guys and talk. I think I kind of just want to start calling it that. But that means I have to upload it every Friday, and usually I record every Friday a chit chat get ready with me because Fridays I'm just going in with my usual primer, the Milani eyeshadow primer, and that means like I would have to upload the same day that I actually film, and usually after work on Fridays I always go to my boyfriend's house, so it's kind of difficult, and I usually stay there till like almost 11 at night, and then I would have to go home and upload. So it would be like a late night upload, but at the same time nobody watches my videos anyway, so it would be totally up to me on when I would actually want to upload it. But it's like I probably should get up earlier and do my makeup earlier and be able to upload at the same time. But it's like, I'm not a big YouTuber. I don't have time for that. Today I wanted to sleep in because Fridays I work at 2, so I slept till like 11. And I don't want to like make that effort if I'm not getting any views. So it's all good. So today's the first day of fall, I believe. Usually solstices or equinox, the fall equinox is what it's called. They usually fall around the 21st, so time to whip out the plaids. This is actually a lucky plaid that I just got like last week, and I actually have worn it like 3 times already, not even lying. I'm just using the ColourPop No Filter powder to set my primer. I have been living in this plaid shirt, also because I haven't dug out any of my other ones, but they're all downstairs. And this is like a newer plaid that we got for the fall season. All right, for my transition shade, I'm just going to use one from, I'm just going to use a basic one from this palette. I didn't bring in Peach Smoothie, but I can just use Firefly since Firefly is such a basic shade anyway. So we're just going to use that because I forgot to bring in my Makeup Geek shadows, and I really don't feel like going into my bathroom again and grabbing them. So we're just going to use Firefly from ColourPop. So yeah, so I actually wore this once to work on Sunday. I wore it on Tuesday to school, and now I'm wearing it again to work with just a different shirt and different pair of jeans. So I really wanted to wear it a lot, and I really need to start wearing my plaids more in the fall time. For some reason, last year, I really didn't wear them all that much. I also, because I like kind of overwhelmed myself with clothes, and I'm doing that again, but I did recently clean out some of my clothing. Recently, like last week or like a little bit before school started. And by the way, I'm already like done with my 3rd week of school, which is literally like insane. Okay, so I think that's all I'm gonna do with that. And it's not like it really has to be that pigmented, it just has to be on to help the other shadows blend. So for my eyeshadows today, I'm going to be going in with the Lime Crime Venus 2 palette. This is one of my favorite palettes for the fall. I do love the Venus one more than this one, but I really like the grungy colors in here, and since it's the first day of fall, I really want to do like a grungy look because that's what everybody does in the fall time. So, and also because I love this palette, so, and I haven't used it in a little while, so why not use it today? So I usually use it with this shirt. This is like a Journey shirt from Lucky. It's a pretty popular shirt, and we still have it. I feel like since I've been working there, I feel like we've had it on sale since I started working there, and it's still in stock at our store. I think because it was such a good seller that they still have it in our store. You know, the one thing I forgot to grab was my beauty blender, so I'm going to grab it after I prime, because obviously I need that to apply my foundation, so that'd be a good idea, right? So I'm just going to buff the shade Mustard into my crease, like that yellowy matte shade. I totally forgot to tell you guys what shade I'm actually using. So yeah, as you obviously could tell, I am getting ready for work. I have work at 2 o'clock. It's like 12:45 right now, so hopefully I'll be able to finish my makeup on time. I shouldn't see why it should take me more than 50 minutes or so. But it always takes me longer when I film, so as long as I get the eyes done. I can usually do my eyes pretty quickly now, but it always depends on, like, you know, how tired I am. But right now I feel pretty good. But when I wake up, I am so freaking tired, you guys. Like, I have been getting quite a bit of sleep lately the past couple of days. Like, as soon as I hit the bed, like, I want to just fall asleep. Like, I try to stay up and watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which, by the way, it's so funny. I'm in the second season now. I'm almost done with the second season, and I told myself that I wanted to finish the second season yesterday. But I did watch, like, 2 episodes yesterday, so I'm proud of myself for even being able to do that. Because every time that I actually, not that it's actually something I should be proud of, but I just love TV shows so much that I, like, get annoyed if I can't watch them all the time. And I would have watched it right now if I wasn't filming a video, but I wanted to film today. All right, so that's for that shade. I don't want to take it too high in the crease because it's not really necessary because it's like a yellowy shade and it kind of makes you look a little bit sickly if you put on too much. I just want to grab my other brush and spray it real quick because actually I need to grab a tissue too. Let me go grab my beauty blender real quick. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of important for me to have. So I don't remember what I was saying. Yeah, so I'm just gonna wipe off my brush because it's a little bit dirty. And we're gonna go in with the shade Jam, which is this orangey shade right here. I'm just gonna use that shade, this shade, and the mud shade on my outer corners because those are the matte shades in the palette and they look so pretty together. And also, Lime Crime I've found have been one of the most long-lasting formulas on my eyes. Honestly, like, I feel like besides Visart and Natasha Denona, I feel like they're the most long-lasting pigmented eyeshadows that I have. And I know Lime Crime gets such a bad rep, but they really are really bomb eyeshadows, so I'm just going to continue to use them. I haven't really purchased anything new from Lime Crime in quite a while. But I'm just saying I do still really enjoy them. And they are a little bit pricey for me now, though. So I haven't really bought them in a while. But they are really, really good. But I do see people finding them at Marshall's, and I did recently go to my Marshall's this past week, and I couldn't find jack shit. I feel like my Marshall's really doesn't get anything that good, and I feel like when they do have stuff that's good, it's still, like, pretty pricey. But I know that's usually the price at every Marshall's. It's sometimes a little bit cheaper at Marshall's than it is at TJ Maxx. But since there's no TJ Maxx near me, I have to go to Marshall's. Because the only TJ Maxx that's close to me that is in my boyfriend's town, and I'm not always there. And, like, when I go and see my boyfriend, I'm not going to go to TJ Maxx. I just want to go right to his house, obviously. Because it's so inconvenient to go to some of these places that I just go right to his house. And I'm not going to make him wait for me just so I can go to TJ Maxx. Sometimes I will if he tells me to come a little bit, like, later in the day, then I'll go there to, like, kill time for a little bit. Like, if he says come over at 6, I'll go to TJ Maxx if I'm ready a little bit earlier. These are kind of blending a little bit weird today, not gonna lie. The orange shade didn't really blend that well, but I also think it's because I had just sprayed my brush with the Sephora brush cleaner, so sometimes it stays kind of pretty damp when you first use it, so I should have used it a little bit earlier, but whatever. I'm only going to have my makeup on for like 4 hours anyway, because I'm only working a 4-hour shift, but I did want to do something a little bit grungy today, so it's not anything too crazy. I'm just going to put some green on my lid, but it's like a darker green. So, yeah, so since it's fall, I just wanted to do something. You know, fall is like my favorite time for makeup. It's a lot of people's favorite time for makeup because that's when everybody like whips out the vampy shades, and it's like you can wear it because it's the fall, and it's like I'm not the type of person that's gonna wear like a dark brown lip or a dark red lip every day. That's just not me. I mean, I love wearing it, and I love that I could. I wish that I could wear it. I love that I could wear it. I wish I could wear it. But it's just not practical because I'm either going to take my makeup off when I go to my boyfriend's house, or I'm going to be wearing like neutral makeup because it's not going to be like a full-blown makeup look just to go over his house. And I am going to take this off after work, so I just don't know why it's not really blending on the inner part on this eye. It's kind of annoying me, but like I said, I think it's because my eyes were still, my brush was still damp from the brush cleaner, so I guess I should have dried off my brush a little bit more, but it's okay. So I'm just going to buff a little bit more of that yellow shade, and I think that's pretty good, and then I just want to buff a little bit more of that red on the outer corners again. Sometimes I have to do this because I feel like my eyeshadows don't stay that pigmented anymore. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the eyeshadow primers that I've been using or just because I need new brushes, but if you guys have any methods that keeps your eyeshadow on, not on longer, but just more like vibrant. You know how like some matte shades can really fade and not really stay that pigmented? I have found that with the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette recently, but that palette's only supposed to last like 6 months. Which is kind of crazy for a shelf life, or I think like a year, which is kind of crazy for a shelf life for a palette. Like it should last longer so you don't have to go out and repurchase it all the time. It is like one of my holy grail palettes, but it's like, most of those shades are easily dupable. It's not like there's shades in there that you can't find anywhere else. And if it doesn't really perform that well by the end of this year, I'm probably going to get rid of it. And I don't know if I'm going to like automatically repurchase it. So now I'm just applying my NYX glitter primer to my lid so I can apply my lid shade. What I need to pick up is a mixing medium, because I got this hint from, well, I mean, I probably have known this since I've been watching Stephanie Nicole. I'm pretty sure she mentioned this. But she usually uses it when she uses pigments. Okay, for my lid shade, I'm going to go in with the shade Pigeon, which is this really beautiful dual chrome green. But I was kind of thinking about going with Marsh, which is a cool green shade as well. Maybe I'll do both. I'm going to pop this one on the center of my lid, and maybe I'll do the other one on the inner corners. But I've been doing like a lot of these like dark kind of green shades on my lid lately from like Makeup Geek and stuff. I used like the Insomnia shade from the Manny palette on my eyes. I used the Secret Garden shade. I used, and now I'm using this shade. I get it like pretty into greens sometimes. So, you know what? I'm just going to do this all over the lid because I just don't really feel like doing that much work. I'm lazy today. Alright, I'm just going to finish applying that real quick. Okay, and then for my brow bone highlight, I'm just going to take Hear Me Out by ColourPop and just pop that on my brow bone. So obviously there's no brow bone highlight in the Lime Crime palette. Just going to pop that up here. Sorry, like sometimes my throat gets dry if I don't drink enough water. Since I usually drink coffee in the morning, I try to offset it with water after that. So I'm sipping water in between recording, obviously. And then I'm just going to run the other brush in my crease just to blend everything. I actually think it looks okay. I'm not sure if, like, you know what, I think it looks just fine. I kind of like how it looks, actually. I was just hoping that all the shades didn't, like, blend together. I want a little bit more orange real quick, and then we're going to be done with that because it's, like, too much blending. Yeah, that's better. Now it looks more like a pumpkin spice kind of eye. And I actually didn't get any fallout underneath my eyes, and usually that happens when I wear like these kind of shades. I just feel like they look so like dark, but whatever. I don't really care. So for the face, I'm going to prime my face with my NYX primer spray. If you guys didn't know, oh, I got some of that in my mouth. I haven't been using eyeliner on my top lid for a long ass time now. I haven't done it in, I don't even know, but I just feel like it looks more vibrant, the lid shade and stuff, when you don't use it. So I haven't even been doing that. So I think that's kind of crazy. But I just feel like it wastes so much time. By the way, I'm using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus primer. I've been back into it. It's just such a hydrating primer. I really, really like it a lot. But sometimes I put on like way too much that it like takes forever to blend or to like rub into my skin. I love how I use like super cheap primers and then I'm going to go in with like a more expensive foundation. But you guys know I found it at Marshall's. Just checking my phone. So I am like a mid-shift today. It's like 1 o'clock right now, so I still have like a half hour or so to finish. So I'm working 2 to 6 and then I'm going to go to his house. But it's just so annoying working the mid shifts. I wish that I worked like a morning shift on Fridays, but at the same time, I am kind of grateful that I'm not working a morning shift since I wanted to sleep in. But at the same time, it's like I only end up working like 3 hours sometimes because that's how like freaking dead it is. So for the foundation, I'm going to use the Burberry Soft Cashmere. This is becoming, or has been, one of my all-time favorites since I've gotten it. It's just, it's an amazing foundation. I love it so much. I think there was one day where I wore it for a long time and it still looked really, really good. So I love this for light makeup days, for any kind of day. I was going to use the ColourPop No Filter foundation today, but I kind of wanted something not as matte, because this is again like a soft matte kind of foundation. It is just gorgeous on the skin. I love it so much. It's like the best thing I ever found at Marshall's because it was like 15 bucks as opposed to like $52. So, which still isn't that too bad for like a really high-end brand like Burberry. It was actually, it's a pretty decent price. Because, like, Dior is usually priced from, like, $50 to $60, and so is Giorgio Armani, so it's kind of, like, cheaper than other, like, high-end foundations, so I just feel like it looks so orange up here, but it's not in person. Oh, maybe it is a little bit. That is a little bit weird that the color is a little bit different on my forehead. Okay, it's probably because of the bottom of the tube, I don't know. So I think I'm like kind of like, I think I told you guys before in my last video that I went through quite a few foundations this past year. So I want to repurchase some new one. I want to repurchase the number 7, I think. I think I'm definitely going to repurchase that. And I think I'm running out of my Dior foundation as well. So, or I think I already did the Dior Skin Forever. And then I think I also ran out of my L'Oreal True Match Lumi. So I do want to pick up like newer drugstore foundations. I already did repurchase the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. Like I said, that was like the first ever drugstore foundation I used up, and now pretty much the second one is the number 7. There is a little product in there, but this is super expired, so I really don't want to put it on my face anymore because the last time I used it, I felt like it felt so sticky on my face and it felt itchy, and I'm just like, I can't use this anymore. I would have totally used it up, but I've just been using the Physicians Formula for like my lighter coverage foundation because obviously that's not expired. But I kind of want like a newer like light coverage foundation because I feel like I'm able to like wear my foundations a lot now that I'm kind of ready to try out a new one. And I know that's crazy because I still have quite a bit of foundations, but I've been wearing mostly all of them to school recently. And then I wear like my lighter, soft, like medium to full coverage foundations on the weekends. That it's like, I kind of just want to try something else. I am going to be posting a makeup wish list video very soon. But I also kind of want like any suggestions from anyone for videos. I have like a really, really old room tour that I want to post. My room definitely is not the same anymore because my mom took down like half of my posters. She took down all my Gaga posters on my closet, and she also on like my closet doors, and she also took down, I think I need some more foundation on my neck, but look how pretty it is. It just looks so good. Like it looks like your skin, and it's just so gorgeous. I love it so much. It's beautiful. It's like this is a soft matte foundation. Like when I saw that for the Rihanna foundation, I was like, oh, it's going to be just like the Burberry foundation that I love because it's a soft matte foundation. No, that is not soft matte. That is the mattest foundation I have tried since like the Sheer Glow from NARS. And I couldn't wear the NARS one. I can wear the Naturally Radiant one because that one is actually really good. I wore it yesterday all day, and I think since I've been using it with this sponge, I like it a lot more. So I think this sponge is actually really, really bomb. It's really soft and it blends out everything really beautifully. Sorry for my breakouts, by the way. I think it's because I was switching back to makeup wipes for a little while. Now I've been using my oil again, and I think that my skin has been loving me for that. So I haven't gotten any like new breakouts recently. Just the like breakouts around like my chin area are clearing up now. So, okay, so for the concealer, I'm going to use the LA Pro Conceal. I never really used this all that much because I wasn't really like a huge fan of it, but I want to use it today. So I'm just going to squeeze it out. It's probably like not the most practical concealer for me to use in my room, but you know, whatever. So I'm just going to apply that. I'm just going to squeeze it onto my face, or I'm just going to do this because that's definitely easier. Because that's how you're supposed to apply it. Oh shit, that's a lot. Holy crapola. Alright, let me do that so it doesn't go everywhere, or I don't apply too much. Damn, that is a lot. Holy shit. Alright, I think that's all I'm going to need because I squeezed out way too much out of the actual tube. But that's okay. I'm just going to close it now so it doesn't make a freaking mess. Can I just grab the freaking cap? Oh my god. My life is such a struggle, I swear to God. But I want to close it up so it doesn't go everywhere. And I'm just going to wipe off my brush a little. And then we're just going to get rid of these tissues. And then we're just going to blend. So yeah, nothing else has been like overly exciting about my life right now. I pretty much just have been going to class and going to see my boyfriend and working. So, because my best friend is in Georgia still, and I have to save as much money as possible right now because my boyfriend still doesn't have any money coming in. So it's been difficult for me to just like, you know, get things or buy things myself because I have to budget constantly. Not that I really need anything, you know, like I have money at home. I mean, I have money at home. I have food at home. I have, you know, a car. Just the only thing I'm paying for is the damages back to my mom for the damages that I made. And since I use my meal plan on campus and I bring food to campus, and I bring food to campus, like, I don't really have, like, too many extra expenses besides, like, paying for meals for my boyfriend and getting gas and, replacing skincare. That's, like, all I spend my money on, really. I just always feel like I never have any money, so But, you know, we've been eating a lot at home. I've been inviting him over a lot, and he's been eating here. So it's not like it's been a, like, huge deal, but it's like I'm still gonna have to pay for our meals this whole weekend, and he told me he's gonna have money soon, so hopefully I'll be able to, like, because I basically have been on a no-buy this whole September for makeup, because I just don't need anything. I really have just been trying to enjoy my collection recently, because I just have way too much makeup, so, like, I'm pretty good at using mostly everything in my collection. Like, I really do try and use mostly everything, so, okay. So, I actually really like how this concealer looks. I've always, like, liked how it looked when I first applied it. I think it used to, like, really crease, though, as, like, the day went on. So, I think that's why I didn't, like, love it. But it's really nice. It's a nice shade. The thing about the, I like the concealer a lot more than the LA Girl foundation. That foundation, I don't know why I bought it. That's literally like one of the worst drugstore foundations I've ever tried, if not like the worst. Because the scent is insanely like, it tastes, what am I saying? It smells like alcohol. I just stopped using it solely because it smells like alcohol. I was like, I feel like it smells super chemically that I don't want to put this on my face. And also the shade was horrible for me. The shade was so yellow, and I feel about that way about the Milani too. But the Milani looks so beautiful on the skin that I can like put up with it. It is still like super yellow, but I'll put it up with it because it's not like super alcoholic smelling. And then for the lower lash line, I'm just going to line with my Costa Rica eyeliner. I literally cannot live without this eyeliner. This is the only eyeliner I use 99.9% of the time. If I'm doing like a lighter look, I'll use the MAC, let me just apply it without stabbing myself in the eye. I'll use the nude liner from MAC. But they are mostly the two liners I use on pretty much a daily basis. But I use Max Costa Rica. Like, do you see what a difference that makes in your eyes? Like, that's all, and it's like the most beautiful, warm, like, liner in the universe. I love it so much, you guys. Like, I cannot live without it. I'm probably definitely going to have to repurchase this once I run out of it. Okay, let me see how the eyes are looking real quick. Let me just do that. I feel like, again, the eyeshadow, like, kind of faded a lot, but I'm not going to reapply it because I really just don't care. So for the mascara, I'm going to use the Lancome Monsieur Big mascara, and I know a lot of people have been raving about this. I wasn't really too into it when I first tried it, and now I freaking love this mascara. It's phenomenal. I've never seen a mascara give you so much volume and so much length, and, like, it literally does it in, like, 3 little swipes. Like, it's gorgeous. I have been hooked on this recently. I can't stop using it. Basically, the only 2 mascaras I've been using recently is this and the Clinique, because I can't wait to use this usually, and I don't get that, like, insane amount of mascara usually, but the one reminds me of the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, but this one is so much better. It's so amazing. I love it so much. Like, oh my god. Like, look at that. Like, you probably can't see or tell, but holy crap. It is just so volumizing. Oh my god, I love it so much. So I've been using it pretty much the whole week because I can't get enough of it. It's so good. Alright, so let me just fix that real quick, because I want to show you guys how much volume I actually have right now. Like, look at that. It's so freaking beautiful. Oh my god, I love it. I can't, now I'm not going to be able to stop staring at my lashes. This and the It Cosmetics Superhero are like my two all-time favorites. The CoverGirl ones I've been using have been really good too. I actually haven't used the Katy Cat Eye in a little while, which I should. And then let me just wipe off some more mascara on my hands. Probably going to have to put some water on there. I'm just going to use the Clinique Super Lash Power Mascara on my bottom lashes. I actually have been seeing this a lot in Marshall's. Also, this was on sale when I actually got it from Bloomingdale's. My mom got it for me. So, but this mascara is bomb for the lower lashes. This pretty much has replaced like the MAC Extended Play. It's pretty much the same thing. And this one is a lot cheaper since it's normally on sale now. It's probably still on sale for Clinique. But you can find these at Marshall's for like $7.99 or I think like even cheaper than that. Maybe like $5.99 I think. And then I'm just going to do the inner corners real quick. So I'm just going to do the shade Fly from the Venus palette. This like beautiful duochrome yellowy kind of shade. It's kind of similar to Voltage from Makeup Geek. And I'm just going to pop that on the inner corners. This is such a gorgeous shade as well. Oh, it's so pretty. And also Karma is pretty similar to this shade as well from Makeup Geek, if you guys aren't fans of Lime Crime. Pretty much every shade in here that I use is dupable from Makeup Geek or ColourPop, so. But I just wanted to use this palette today. Alright, we're almost done, you guys. I'm actually pretty proud of myself. It's only 1:15 and I'm done with my eyes and everything. Let me just see how the inner corner looks. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay. So now we're just going to set the face. I'm just going to use my Super Bougie Giorgio Armani powder. I swear to God, if I run out of this powder, I'm going to be really upset. I don't know if I'm going to repurchase this, honestly, because it's just so freaking expensive. Like, I'm really not into, like, super, like, expensive makeup anymore. I just kind of, like, I rode that horse, and now I'm just like, I can find it at Marshall's, or I can just get it from the drugstore. Like, but there are just some products that are just unbeatable for me, and this is one of them. It's like it's the most beautiful setting powder I've ever used. Like, it just makes my skin look gorgeous. So, I don't know what I'm going to do without this when I actually run out of it. I try not to use it, and then I get hooked on it because I love it so much. Okay, and then for the bronzer, I'm going to use the ColourPop Private Party Bronzer. I really have been loving this recently. As you can see, I've been using it quite a bit because it's a beautiful, like, cool tone bronzer, but it's not too cool tone since I have, like, but at the same time, since I have fair skin, it really is nice on my skin because it's like a cooler, chocolatey kind of undertone. It's really pretty. I do need a new bronzer brush though. I actually got my Ulta birthday coupon this month and I had no idea. But, and I think I'm going to use it towards like a new bronzer brush and like a couple of new brushes, I think. Rather than makeup, I'm going to try and get some new Real Techniques brushes. Because every time I want to get them at Marshall's, they never have any. Like, they never have any, like, Real Techniques brushes. So, I actually think my eyes look pretty good right now. So, I'm just going to leave it like that because it's not really a big deal to me. Okay, I need to use the mirror in this bad boy because I can't really see what I'm doing in the ColourPop one. I just feel like this Too Faced brush, like, really doesn't apply that properly anymore. I don't know why my hair is, like, getting all in my face right now, but it just doesn't really apply anything like that pigmentedly anymore. I just feel like I really have to like scrape the pan in order for like it to apply like anything, and also my hair is getting in my face now, which drives me insane. And then I'm just gonna apply it to my chin and take it a little bit down my neck. I really cannot see Boo in this room sometimes. Alright, I think that's good enough. I just wanted to go for a light bronze today. And then for my blush, I just wanted to go in with one of my favorite blushes for the fall. And that's, excuse me, I thought I was going to burp. And that's Becca's Mineral Blush in the shade Wild Honey, one of my all-time favorites. And I just love using this at least once a month. I actually have been using quite a few blushes in my collection. So I haven't just been using like my standard blushes, because there was a time or recently that I was just using like all the same blushes, and now I've been using like my MAC blushes again, and which I use normally anyway, but like my other colors like Style and Modern Mandarin, and then I also have been using my Makeup Geek blushes a lot. Like I've been using those quite a bit. And I've also just been trying to use other blushes in my collection, because I'm like, I have so many blushes. I need to use more of them rather than just having all of them sit in my room, in my bathroom, I mean. Okay, so that's it for the blush. And then for the highlights, let me just see how that blush looks. Yeah, that looks good. For the highlight, I'm going to use the Line Crime Blossoms palette, and I'm going to use the two gold shades, these two shades right here. This shade is one of my favorite shades ever. It's the shade Warm Gold. It's the like most intense, beautiful gold highlight. I love it so much. So I just mix those two together, and it's like such an intense gold highlight. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Isn't that so stunning? Like, you barely need any of it. Like, you barely even need, like any type of setting spray, because it, like, applies like it's wet. Look at that. Oh my god, that's so pigmented. Holy shit. So, yeah, I've been watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and then, me and my family actually started a new series called Jack Ryan, and it's on Amazon. We've only watched, like, the first couple of episodes. But it's from Jim. It's with Jim from The Office. And if you guys didn't watch The Office, he was like one of the main characters. And he's like so funny, but I think he has a really nice range because he's really good in this show. Why am I dipping into everything besides my highlight? And there's highlight all over my computer right now. And then I'm just going to spray my Milani spray to make it a little bit more intense. Not that I need any more intensity, but you know, I'm a crazy person when it comes to highlight. Oh my god, this is so freaking gorgeous. Like, hello, highlights. Hello. The only, like, highlighters I feel that, like, really apply like that are these and the Ofra ones. So now I'm just going to spray my face with my Milani setting spray. And then for the brows, and it's good. It's a really good series so far. But for Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I'm almost done with season 2. Like I said, I wanted to finish it last night. But, of course, I fell asleep because, you know, I always end up falling asleep. And then I'm just going to brush out my brows and fill them in real quick. And then I'll do my lips. Okay, so brows are done. So now we're going to do the lips. I'm going to take the Taurus lip liner from ColourPop. God, I really hate when My lips are moist. It drives me crazy. Let me just take one more sip of my water. I always make this face when I'm drinking water. It's so weird. And then for the lips, I'm going to go in with the coinciding lip color for Taurus, and I'm going in with the Taurus Lippy Stick, which is Kathleen Light's lippies. I know I wear a lot of Kathleen Light stuff on camera and a lot of her lip products, but I actually haven't used this one in quite a while because it hasn't been like, you know, it's fall now, so usually I whip this color out in the fall time. My lips are still like super moist. Oh, come on, Jesus. I'm just going to finish it up off camera. Alright, you guys, so this is pretty much the finished look. I was going to lighten up the lip color a little bit, but I really like how it looks, so I'm just going to leave it like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. These are the eyes, which I hope look okay, but I think they look pretty good on camera. They actually look better on camera than they do in person. These are the cheeks with the highlight, which I love, and the lips, which I love this lip color because it's like a glossy kind of brown. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So please like and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media. I have to go to work now. So love you guys. Bye.